You sound like me making a lot of decisions in a pro series. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that with you and have a good night.
Yeah, bud.
And in fact, send me the links to the streams, mate, so I can have a listen while I'm overseeing the races with my feet up on my coffee table.
Good on you. Sure, why not? I'll grab those links and shoot them through to you, buddy.
Good on you. All right, everyone, have a good night. Cheers, Rob.
Catch you, buddy. That was the ever wonderful Pete Baxter doing Pete Baxter things. So we love having Pete around. He's good value. So yeah, we'll get the link, and I'll send. Oh, I've got it loaded up. Again, which we'll grab here, and we'll shoot across to him over here, doing all this in the back scenes, while we've got some quali racing going on. So, where are we up to? Everybody, bar Andrew Proctor has a lap time, so I'm not sure what Andrew is doing there. Might be a bit of a tactic to stay out of the trouble back in pit lane there, but he is in the TCR. I crashed when you hit race and hit ready up. Ah? As in your system crashed. Oh no. So it's not just me that's having technical issues then. We'll blame you as well, shall we? Here's Cameron. Cameron Hardwick is currently P3 in the 86s. Are we back on YouTube? We are back on YouTube. Woohoo! YouTube's done its thing. We're back live on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody on the YouTube side. Appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with us. And that is quali done and dusted. Ah, so you skipped quali. Ah, Buffer, you silly man. Why did you do that for? You skipped quali, so let's see if we can get a grid up here. We do have a grid. There we go. So Glenn Wilkinson, Dougie Gowan's going to lead away the TCR, followed by Dylan DeBono, Tyler Sheaf, and Matty Gerard, and Andrew Proctor will be right at the back of the field. In the GR86, Sam Katakuzunas, John O'Kiley, and Cameron Hardwick. And in the Jetters, you've got Ray Oliver, Kyle Ridley, Matty Keane, Nathan Allen. Those guys there. And obviously Pete is in the safety car. So, as we get ready for a race start, there we have Glenn Wilkinson in the 19 MX Wraps purple car. Now this is going to be interesting because I'm pretty sure they've set this as a standing start, and these TCRs do not get off the line, so expect to see these little jetters come running through the field. And yeah, we're just watching now. We'll hide that for a lap. We'll leave the track map up there so you guys can see where they're all at. We'll get probably Pete Baxter in on the YouTube side, I would guess. Do we have our lights? Where's our lights? Got just on 2 seconds. Lights will come on. There's our lights. 3, 2, 1, and go. They're away. Look at the jetters. Look at the jetters. They just get the run. Oh, the TCRs have gotten away today. It's interesting. Good work. We'll just see how everyone goes. Looks like Cameron Hardwick dropped back to the rear there. Maybe didn't quite get the launch. What did you mess up with, Buffer? We're still side by side. Dougie Gowns, Glenn Wilkinson side by side here. With Dylan DeBono right there. Dougie's up the inside. Dylan's going to send it as well. Oh! Door was open. There's the Jettas there. They're just falling off the back of the TCR. Good to see Matty Gerard in the 169 machine there. The pink and black Hyundai from Velocity Sim Sport. Good to see the three boys there. I also believe that young Tyler Sheaf as well is Velocity Sim Labs. So Velocity Sim Labs got first, second, fourth and fifth right now. So looks like the boys might need a bit of a challenge. So if anybody wants to jump in these TCRs and come and give these Velocity boys a bit of a challenge, please feel free to do so. You see the 86 there is Sam Katakazunas there with the VRS down the side, getting just past Matty Keane in the Jetta. So we'll just keep an eye. Oh, is that John and Kylie? That's Kylie just going around there. Oh, almost cleaned up by Cameron Hardwick. Just there in the Monster Energy car. Looking pretty schmick as well, I must say. Not a bad looking car. Wearing his trusty 065. Good to see them out there. Good to see Cameron jumping into something other than the trucks from Monday night. Good to see him having a dig in. And being in that class, he's going to have a fair chance of getting himself up near the front. So let's get the tower back up there for you. So there we go. Cameron Hardwick currently sitting P2 in the GR86. And now it's time for the GR86s to try and peg their way back through the Jettas. As you see there, the Jettas are actually in front now, but that'll all sort itself out, I would suggest. So we'll need to get the crash test dummy sorted out and off the bottom of that, because we don't need the GT4 car showing there. But there goes Cameron up the inside there of Matty Keane. This says, thank you, Matty. I'll take that spot, buddy, and I'll keep on trucking. He's doing all right. Oh, and he's off on the grass. Oh, and he caught it too. Good catch. Good catch. So Ray Oliver here just about to get swamped by Sam. Sam in the 86. Looking up the inside. Is he going to get the job done into turn one? I think he will. And that is... Is that Andrew Proctor? It is. That's Buffer there in the SLM car, just on the bottom of the screen. With all the cracked paint. Trying to go around the outside. He's going a long way around. But he'll definitely get a run here, so... Sit with him and see what he can do. Might even get on his nose cam. Ride with Andrew Proctor for a little bit. See if he can get the move done on Ray Oliver here. He's going to get it done very easily. Now he's got to get past Sam in the 86. Is he going to... Oh, not there. That's from a good spot. Oh, he's going to wash a little too wide there on entry. So we'll see how he goes now. Is he going to get up the inside? Yeah, he's going to make that. Oh, he's got to hang it out the outside. Oh, he's pushed a little too hard there, Andrew. That's a corner that goes both ways, buddy. We'll jump back to Sam. There goes Ray Oliver back in again. Sam in the 86, just pushing forward now. Is Cameron Hardwick back there challenging with the Jetta? No, he's a little bit back behind Nathan Allen. We'll jump on board with Nathan. Also running a black Jetta. Hasn't got a livery on that car. I think it should be a lawn mowing service on the side of that car. I'm not sure. It's a bit of an inside joke with him and the SLM boys. He seems to spend more time on the grass than on the black stuff and racing, so we'll keep an eye on him. Young Tyler Sheaf looking up the inside of Matty Gerard. Really looking the goods in this now. He used to run the Audi TCR and was convinced to buy the Veloster. So he bought the Veloster in the off-season. He's only driven it a couple of times, but coming to grips with it pretty well, I think. He's doing pretty well in that car. You see Dylan DeBono and Dougie Gowans now just stretching the lead just a little bit, bringing Glenn with them. That's Glenn there in the purple car. Dylan in P2 in the yellow car. So just trying to, don't know whether he's playing blocker or if he's just not able to keep up with Dougie at the moment. But Dougie Gowans certainly doing some nice things there. Though Glenn does have the fastest lap with a 132.58. Let's give you the gaps of these guys. There we go. So we're just watching Glenn here looking a little racy on the back of Dylan DeBono. He's going to jump the inside. And he's going to get the job done. Nice pass there, Glenn. Well done. Excellent work. Sam here just out in his own. He's 15 seconds off the back of Tyler, and he's about 4 seconds off Andrew Proctor. So we'll see if Andrew can close that gap down. Looks like Cameron Hardwick's gotten his groove back on now, and he's looking at the back of Nathan Allen. So as long as he can get there, he'll get past. And then he's got about 15 seconds to Matty Keane. So Cameron Hardwick looking real racy here. We'll jump on the nose and see if he can send it down the inside here. Nathan's on the brake, takes the diagonal line. Oh, and he's overshot. Nathan Allen just overshot that a little bit. Looks like Cam's gotten a little loose on the exit. But he's got the power. He'll get around and make that pass stick. Oh, the Jetta is just giving him a little hurry up here. It's great to see. This multi-class stuff's really good to see. Love watching this stuff. This is some pretty good racing. You see Matty Keane here chasing down Kyle Ridley and Ray Oliver in the class. He's currently sitting P3 in the Jettas. The boys are not that far in front of him, actually. There's Kyle and Ray right there. Kyle and Ray Oliver, they love this car. They used to run a Jetta Cup, and they love this car to pieces. They're definitely fast, and they do get the best out of this car, and they get the best out of each other too, being teammates. They certainly push and make each other work for it. So this will be fun to watch throughout the series and the season as we get through it. So again, brought to you tonight by CFR, obviously, and Widecrest. So this is the Tin Top Wednesday night madness that we're going to do, and along with our Monday nights and our Friday nights so far, it's been very interesting. So looking forward to seeing how this pans out throughout the season, and then some expansions coming into Season 2 and some new things, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you haven't joined our Discord, if you're on the Kick side, scroll down to the panels, click on the Discord, come join us if you want to jump in and have a blast with us. Also, the YouTube link is down there in the Kick stuff. I will try and get the links up on the YouTube as well for the Discord and the Kick stream, so you guys can always come and support us on Kick as well. Once again, 75 followers on Kick, and we can gain some subscription based, and obviously there's the YouTube stuff as well. 100 subscribers, we get our own personal link, which is great, even though we are using our handle right now. That is still there on the cards. So again, the more we can get some interest there, the more we can give back to these boys racing. So we see... Oh, no! Who was that? Was that Jono Kiley? That was Jono. He was just pushing there. He thought he might have had it on Matty Keane there, but unlucky, didn't get it. We jump back on board with Tyler. We see Tyler's about 12 seconds behind Dylan De Bono, but he's keeping there with Matty Gerard, so awesome to see. Nice little battles forming around the pack, which is excellent. We do have a couple of guys about to come onto the front straight that are pretty close as well. Is that these two boys? No. Not those two boys. There's Sam Karagazunas on screen. Just getting through the back end of the circuit. So Kyle's just gotten past Ray. That'll be an interesting move. We might have to look at that. We may not even need to slow this down either. Watching here. And he's just gotten the outside pass, so nice work. Just got the little extra run that he needed and got around there, so good job. Oh, now to make Ray Oliver work for it. Matty Keane is fighting here, it looks like with Jono. So Jono's gotten back to him pretty quickly. Can he get the pass to stick this time, or is Matty Keane going to make this car just a little bit wider? We might even have a double podium chat tonight, because I think we've got the TCR and then the production car podium. So the 86s and the Jettas will be in one class, I believe, and then the TCRs will be their own class. So we'll see here as John O'Coley, who is a lap down, will try and get this move made on Matty King. Jump back to Cameron Hardwick here as he comes up through that section of the circuit, that next straight down through the, what is it, turns 4-5, I think it is. It is. Yep. No, it's 6-7, sorry. He gets a good run out of there. He's now in the chase after Matty Keane. He's now 13 seconds behind him, so he's not far away. We have had a new member join the Discord, so welcome on board. Hopefully we can bring you some good quality racing throughout the season, pardon me, and get some pretty big interest. This is going to be a lot of fun, so we'll switch back to Andrew Proctor. So now we see all the TCRs in their positions, which is good to see. So we'll just switch around. Go back to Glenn, because Glenn's putting the pressure back on Dougie Gowans here. That's a good little battle pack. So Dougie defending the inside, making Glenn try and look the outside. Glenn is in the other Hyundai. So we see two Hyundais here. You see the Elantra that Glenn is in, and the Veloster that Dougie Gowans is in. Slightly different shapes, but in the same class, so it's kind of cool to see that Hyundai have got a double representation in here. Dylan just doesn't seem to be able to keep up at the moment. He just seems to be holding up in third spot. Oh, Oh, Dylan DeBono. The massive slide. He'll regroup now and he'll get back on it. There's Cameron Hardwick about to get swamped by the TCR, so might jump on his gearbox and have a look. So that is Doug Gowans and Glenn Wilkinson. Now bear in mind, tonight is one 20-minute race and then we go to a 40-minute race. So the second race will give us pit stops and a bit of strategy. Whoa. See the closing rate there. Dylan DeBono just come right up on the back of the 86 there. So Chris Fogarty, welcome on board onto the Discord. If you're in the chat, say hello. We don't bite. And see you signed up there for the Formula Ford on a Friday, so that's it's going to be a lot of fun. We were driving them in last week. We did a couple of test runs there, and it was very interesting to race those cars. Very cool. Well, so far it looks like our safety car man, Mr. Pete Baxter's got his feet up on the dashboard and going nowhere. Pete, if you're in the chat, how's the driver's seat, mate? I hope it's comfy over there. These guys are keeping it very clean. So we're about to come into the last 2.5 minutes of race 1, which is the 20-minute race, and then we'll switch out to the 40 minutes. So highly doubt we'll see the safety car now at this point, but it looks very interesting for all the safety cars. There's the TCR boys. There's Matty Gerard and Glenn Wilkinson there, right on the back of Matty Keane, and there's also Dylan DeBono. So Dylan's gotten back in touch with these boys again. So Matty Keane just getting overrun by the TCR. Oh, Kyle Ridley with a nice little slide and regather. So Ray Oliver's looking up the inside and he's not going to stick it there. Oh, he gives him a little bump on the way down the hill onto the front straight. Oh, and he crisscrossed the back of him. He's going up the inside here. This will be the inside for turn 1. So he'll be on the outside for 2, so he's got to make the pass stick here. Oh, Kyle's gone off the... Kyle's gone off. Oh, Glenn Wilkinson entered pit lane. Oh, Glenn's had a massive moment. Where did he... Let's flick... Oh, what's gone on there? Oh, no. Let's have a bit of a look at that. So Dylan DeBono's gone with a move on the left. Oh dear. Oh, Glenn almost got Dougie on the way through. I'm sure there'll be something brought up at the review for that, but that's up there. That was quite huge, actually. Yeah. Not quite sure what happened there, but we'll get to the bottom of that later on. Let the boys get their racing done. We have just on 10 seconds left, so this is the final lap for Dougie Gowans. He's getting right on the back of Kyle Ridley and Ray Oliver here. So we'll follow this through to the finish. Looks like it's going to be Doug Gowans, Dylan DeBono, Tyler Sheaf, I'm going to take the 1, 2, 3 there. That is the checkered flag. So it looks like he didn't pass the jetters of Ray Oliver and Kyle Ridley, so they get another lap, I believe. I believe they get to do their laps, so we'll ride on board with Kyle and see if he can get Ray Oliver back here throughout this lap. So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that Sam Katakzunis and Cameron Hardwick have come home 1-2 in the 86. And it looks like Ray Oliver, Kyle Ridley and Matty Keane are going to bring the 1, 2, 3 for the Jetta. I'll have to see how that pans out in the overall, because I think that might see Cameron Hardwick with an overall podium for that production car series. This is fantastic. Oh, Ray really loose. Kyle wants it. I'm not sure he's going to get it though. Oh, he's got up the inside. Has he? Oh, no, he hasn't. Oh, they're bumping, they're grinding. I think Ray Oliver's going to get the leg over his teammate there. Ray Oliver does bring it home in front of Kyle Ridley. Matty Keane just cruising on through there. There we have it. So, they've got a 10-minute warm-up now to make any setup changes they want to make. We might see if any of the guys want to jump in and have a chat. We'll keep our eyes on the green room. If they do, we'll bring them in and we'll have a chat to them. But that's the 20-minute race. Now, we will move into a 40-minute race with pit stops. So this will be interesting to see just how the strategies will work for these boys and their cars tonight. Hopefully their teams are on the ball with their numbers and calculations are good. And we see how they go. So we've got Matty Gerard here. He's heading out. But that was quite interesting. Actually enjoyed that. So we'll leave it on a bit of scenic cam. We'll get the results up. Let's bring up the results from Heat 1. So there we have the results on screen. So it will be Doug Gowans, Dylan DeBona, Tyler Sheaf, Matty Gerard, Andrew Proctor, your top 5. Sam Kazunas in 6. But that'll technically be a win for the production car. Ray Oliver, Kyle Ridley, Glenn Wilkinson, Matty Keane, Cameron Hardwick, Nathan Allen, John O'Kiley, and then our crash test dummy, Peter Baxter, in the safety car, which we didn't see. So Pete's obviously pretty comfortable back there, I would assume. Probably got a lovely red or a nice nice drink there for himself. If that is YouTube chat, it hasn't refreshed on my end. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. I did not check that. That is my bad. Bear with me. I do have both chats popped out, but because the glitch with the YouTube before, it stalled out the chat. So let me just bring that up. Sorry about that, boys. You'll appreciate the notice. No drinks when RC? Oh, stop it. Can't fool me. So yeah, no, we do have the chat up, but yeah, because of the glitch early on, it just dropped that chat, so I had to refresh it. So welcome in. So we, let's just catch up here. Yeah, it was fascinating with the GR86 and the Jetta. That was very cool. Thane going in. We've had a motivational chat with Cam. He just needs to stay calm and not let the races get in his head. I'd like $1 for every time I said that. Andrew Proctor in the green room. Let's bring him in. Let's have a bit of a chat with our mate Andrew Proctor. Mate, what was going on out there, and what happened to you at the start?
I crashed out on the outlap and went to hit quali and accidentally hit ready up. I readied up instead of getting the lap down, but that was all right. Trying to make your way through that field is a lot harder than it seems.
All right, so how was it out there from the driver's seat? Take us through it. How was that race?
It took ages for the tyres to get up to temp and for me to get the car under control. I suck in the TCR. I can't drive it. I just have fun in it. But getting through Kyle and all them, I think there was a few hairy moments where I was crossed up sideways in the braking zone in front of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we did see a few cars a little loose there.
Yeah, but no, those boys were good. Getting through them. This track's a lot harder to pass on than people think, I reckon. Even having the speed advantage on the straight, if you don't make it by the corner braking, it's a lot harder. But that's just driving. I'm not the best in this car anyway, and I'm still learning it. It's just a fun car to me.
The question is, though, are you having fun, and is it enjoyable out there with the mix of cars that are out there on track tonight?
I'm having fun. I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's actually good fun. We've had a good laugh in the chat as well with all the boys.
Yeah, I had to check the audio at the start because, like, we were hearing voices like, hang on, where's that coming from? I was like, oh, radio chat.
Yeah.
So we had to get the radio chat out of the stream, but a few technical glitches tonight. But no, we're back. We're good.
The few of the boys are actually in the chill zone in the thing. So you got all 4 Jetta drivers in one. Sam in the 86 in there, and myself. And
right.
Ray and Kyle are they're just nuts in that car. They're so quick.
They are fast, actually. And I was just saying before, it's good to see Matty Gerard drop in and come and race too.
Yeah, no, it is. It's another velocity driver.
Yeah, we need some more boys in here to challenge these velocity guys. There's so what is it? There's Matty Gerard, Dougie Gowans, Tyler Sheath, and Dylan DeBono.
Yeah.
There's 4 velocity boys.
5 if you count Nathan, the Jetta.
Yeah, but he's on a TCR, is he? You got 4 in the TCR right now that are just absolutely out there. And look, let's not be shy. Dougie Gowans is former champion, so he can definitely drive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dougie's pretty good. It'd be nice if they could throw a setup this way, but I'm just running a medium downforce. So
tell me, how's the strategy going to play out in this 40 minutes coming up?
Try not to die.
Have you got a fuel number? Like, do you know what you've got?
I'll be one stopping.
Probably a one stopper, right?
I still had 5 laps of fuel left in the tank when I finished.
Right.
So it'll be definitely a one stop.
Interesting. I like it.
The other boys kept their mouths pretty quiet in the chat.
Yeah, they're not going to give too much away. I wouldn't think they would.
But it'd be interesting to see how the boys up front actually went, because I wasn't pushing as hard as what they were pushing.
Yeah, right.
So I would have saved a bit more than them.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it does, but it'll be good fun to watch.
Right, well, we got Cam Hardwick in the green room as well. Let me just drag him in. We'll have a chat while you're still here.
That's all right.
Hey, Cameron, good race out there, mate. Few little errors. How was it?
Oh, it was a struggle. Didn't have much practice. Sort of a last-minute decision to have a race, but I love this track in the IndyCar, so I thought I'd give it a go in something else.
Hey, mate, you got a 40-minute race coming up. You got plenty of time to practice.
Yeah, looking forward to that, actually. I haven't actually practiced entering the pits in one of these cars, so I wish me luck for that. So
we'll what's your pit lap number, and we'll get the cams on you. Make sure you enter pit lane safely, mate. Do you have a strategy yet? Like, do you know what your window is?
When the simulator tells me to pit, I pit.
It sounds like Andrew, mate. It's just like, yeah, somewhere around when it tells me to, it's close.
Yeah, well, I've got the fuel calculator up, and she's told me what to start with, which is a full tank, and then it'll tell me to pit, and I'll pit.
Right. So, I gotta say, you weren't the biggest fan of the 86 when it first launched a season ago. Seeing you in it, driving now, how are you liking it now?
Too slow.
It's too slow. Oh, see, there's always something with Cam in it. It's not fast enough. It's too slow.
I tried the TCR car. I come out in the Elantra, and I put it in the fence turn 1. And I was like, this car's not for me.
Sounds like me, mate.
I was saying you and Andrew would have had a good battle then tonight, but no, it's good to see you in the 86. It's going to be a bit different now with 40 minutes getting through those Jettas and stuff, but how's the mixer cars, you think?
That's good. I was very surprised at the launch of the Jettas at the start, and then the race back past them was good. I was happy that you missed my massive crash on the broadcast. Yeah, no, it was good fun actually.
Yeah, we did a race last week with the multi-class with these guys, and yeah, standing start, and we just got swamped by the Jettas and was like, holy moly, those things
I
can
think they'll
move.
P1 and 2 at the start of the race.
Yeah, before the start line, like the light went green and they were gone. It was just like, oh wow, so that's interesting.
Anyway, race is about to kick off, so I just want to take a quick moment and thank Strugglers Inc. for giving me the opportunity to race for them. I'd like to put a big shout out to Thane O'Leary and Morgan O'Neill for giving me the opportunity. Thanks,
nice.
boys.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Well, we'll throw you back out to the wilds there, Cam, and we'll see you hopefully at the end.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Talk soon.
Yeah, man. I'm going to boot as well.
Yep, we're going to throw you out there, Andrew. Good luck, mate, and we'll hopefully talk to you later on.
Yeah, we'll do, man. So.
All right, so that is the boys ready to wind up for the second race. It's going to be 40 minutes. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be pit stops. This is going to be everything. So we're going to keep our eyes on the field. It looks like... What has gone on here? Has he set this up as a reverse top 10? It looks like it is. It is an inverted top 10. So this is going to be interesting, folks. This is not something I saw coming. So here we go. Lights are up. 5 red lights, and away they go. See how they... Oh, Matty Keane's got a lot of wheel spin. There goes the Jetta, says Kyle Ridley into P2 now. He's going to slot through. Right on board with him through turn 1. And 2. Now we're going to see the power of the TCR with Glenn Wilkinson there, just going to streak on up the inside. Oh, 3 wide. The boys are 3 wide early. Cold tyres, remember boys, cold tyres, cold brakes. Cole trying to get down the inside. Is he going to get the move done on Matty Keane? Oh, they're going to be side by side as they go up into turn 6, 7. Oh, and you got Dylan DeBono going through them to make it 3 wide. Oh, here comes Andrew Proctor as well. Oh. Matty Keane gets a little escort to the grass. Oh, no. And he looks like he's grabbed Andrew Proctor in the process. Where did Cam Hardwick come through that? Oh, no, he's still there. He's all right. He's back there with John O'Kiley. So he's now got about a 4-second gap there to Andrew Proctor. We call him Boof. So it's Andrew back there in the 380. Looks like he's going very slowly. Looks like he might have a bit of damage. Tyler Sheaf. just getting into his groove early. Kyle Ridley still in P3 right now. So Dougie Gowans is right there behind him though, so it's not going to be long before Dougie gets him. And that'll put Dougie Gowans up there in the battle for the top 3. But also Tyler Sheaf right there as well. Matty Gerard, he's gone backwards. Did he ever? He's had a crash. Matty Gerard's had a little bit of a spill here. What's happened here? Has he just gone a bit wide? Just run off? Mono. He's just pulled up there. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Matty King. Matty King's gone around. Oh. Oh. I don't know. Oops. I think that might be a goose. Not sure what's happened there, but he's gone back to the pit lane, so... Are they following your driving style this speed, Ewan? Not 100% sure, man. Ray Oliver's really... He's sticking to the back of this TCR. Tyler's no slouch in the TCR car, but he's just getting a little bit of hassle here from Ray Oliver. Ray Oliver is fast in these Jettas. He's very quick. We'll have to see how that pays out. We'll jump on board with Jono Kiley. We didn't see much of Jono in the first race, except facing the wrong way and crashing, so we'll jump on board with him here, and we'll see what he's got going on. While watching the driver input, you just see how much they work with. This is a double apex right corner, and it's very awkward because it sucks you in that dip there, and then when you come up here, it's pushing you to the left. You'll see. Oh no, we must be on a safety car. We are on a safety car. Pete Baxter gets some lap time. It'll be sad if the safety car completes more laps than Matty Keane. Hopefully Matty's not in the chat, but he's in the pit lane. So Pete will be talking to the drivers. He'll be giving them their directions. Now this is going to bunch up the field again, so I have to see just how quick the takeoff is from these little Jettas, because you've got Kyle Ridley still back there, just sitting there with these boys. So it'd be interesting to see. Oh, Matty Keen's back on track again. So Pete Baxter is away. He has driven away from the front of the field. Field now has to maintain speed. And then they will get the green light once the safety car is called. They're in pit lane, and then the leader can go whenever they wish. So we'll be watching now, watching Glenn Wilkinson. So once he accelerates and goes, everybody else is free to go with him. And there he goes, just there, right on the apex of the corner. That's a nice launch. Let's see what the Jetta does. Oh. The TCR is just going to have the rolling speed. Oh, both Tyler and... Oh no, Tyler's not going to get around him. Oh, now he's wedged between the Jetta sandwich. So look out, Tyler. He's got Ray Oliver behind him and Kyle Ridley in front. He's going to make a dive here. Oh, and there's Sam as well. Katakazuna's going up the inside now. We'll jump on the nose cam, Sam. He goes under the brakes, gets it down. Oh. It's a good exit. Nathan Allen and John O'Kiley have come together. Oh, no, that was... Oh, wow. That went on for a while. Matty Gerard went into pit lane, so I'm not sure what's happened there with Matty. Glenn Wilkinson's had a crash as well, apparently. What's Glenn done? Oh, just the rear of the car. Oh, no. John O'Kiley's had another one as well. What's Jono done here? The juiced energy, the juiced frog leap. Oh, he's just gotten on the grass. Oh, that's a big one. Oh. Oh. That was a big one for Jono. So we're just getting word in. Matty Gerard, black flag for jump start. Oh. Well, there you go. Okay. So now that throws it open. And Dylan DeBono, our man from Bathurst in the XLs on the weekend. Dougie Gowans, Tyler Sheaf, top three. And as we bounce down the field, we've got Ray Oliver and Kyle Ridley now chasing the back of Sam, trying to keep the pressure on. Now don't forget, after the race we will get our podiums in to have a chat, and Roger. Okay, got it. Okay, I just got word that Jay had to wait for the safety car to finish so he could serve his black flag. So that's where we saw Matty Gerard before. So that's why he was stationary. All right, so we know what's going on there. Excellent, love it. So yeah, we'll have our post-race interviews, and then we'll bounce into the review room if there's any reviews to go over. So we'll bring that to you guys live as well. Something a little different that you don't normally see is the process of how things are done behind the scenes. Cameron, what's he done here? He's just had a bit of a whoopsie moment, it looks like. Grass. Oh. Just in the grass. And because he was way beyond the pits, he couldn't get in the pit lane, so he's now got to get back around. Well, this might throw his strategy out the window, because I don't think his crew chief will be saying pit now. But we might need to see what he does there. Glenn's back on the charge now. P4, getting to the back of Tyler Sheep. It's taking a bit of time out there, which is interesting. We'll have to start looking for some pit stops. There'll be some strategy plays out here. So the boys will be starting to think about how do we go about undercutting or... Oh wow. A few of the boys getting some flags out there at the moment. Got Pete Baxter DMing me. That looks like Cameron got a meatball off that crash, so he'll have to get in and try and get the repairs done. Nathan Allen's also getting a rapid black flag as well, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It looks like John O'Kiley has disconnected, so Maybe just a little bit too much for John O'Coley tonight, but that's all right. Hopefully we'll see him back. So Cam has made it back to pit lane. And let's see what goes on here, whether he'll get back out quickly or not. He's done the job. He's gotten back to pit lane, so he's limped it all the way around, which isn't too bad. But it very could be... Oh no. It was a fast repair, so there you go. So he might go a lap down, but he won't be too far. He might be alright. No, he has just gone a lap down. So... maybe he's gotten the fuel as well, I'm not sure. But it might be alright. He may get away with it. But time will tell us a little bit later on. So the lucky getaway with a fast repair. Oh, I'm not going to comment on that one, Tane. I am not going to make a comment on that one. We heard from Andrew Proctor just between races there, how he wasn't quite comfortable in the car yet, but he's sitting there in a P6 at the moment. But currently P5 in the TCRs, so Sam's just up the road from him, so hopefully we'll see Andrew get some groove on and get into it. But again, not an easy car to drive. TCR, definitely not easy. Front wheel drive, you can get a lot of slip in those front wheels, so he's definitely getting through the corners nicely. And Pete Baxter there just reminding me we do have wave around. So if we get another safety car, there is a very good chance that he'll get back onto that lap. So that's not a bad option for Cam. Although not really sure how that would play out, but here he is on the back of Nathan Allen. Looking for a little inside pass, get it done. Got to get it done for the next corner braking zone. Oh, that Jetta just drove off that corner out wide. So there's an... Oh, Nathan's gone sideways in front of him. Oh, and he's... Oh. That was close. That was very close, I'm not going to lie. Here's the two combatants again. Kyle Ridley and Ray Oliver in their Volkswagen Jettas. Having a good little battle. We're now 15 minutes into a 40-minute race, so definitely pit stops will be something that we'll see in the next 5 or so minutes, I'd think. Depending on strategy, depends on their fuel numbers. Oh, look at him get a lot of air over that curve. That's a cool look. Matty Gerard here, just chasing down Ray Oliver and Kyle Ridley in those two Jettas. So he'll be looking for the pit stop. Back to Cameron Hardwick again, as he's chasing down Matty Gerard as well. Down into the hairpin, so he's just coming through there. Matty Gerard is just coming through the last sector, so he's about half a lap behind. That's all right, safety cars can fix that up. Is young Tyler Schiff not running a livery tonight? He hasn't got the Velocity livery on. He's still just running the default paint. So it looks like Matty Gerard's crashed. No? Oh no, he's definitely got damage there, yeah. What's he done? What's he done? Has he just gotten a little bit of grass on the exit? I think he might have just... Oh, he has too. He's caught the grass. Oh, and he's... Oh, he slapped that wall. Oh. Matty Gerard with a big smack on the wall. You can see the damage on the front left-hand corner. What's it look like from inside? Doesn't look too bad. Hasn't got steering damage. It doesn't look like he's left hand down or... Oh, there's a little right hand down there. Well, maybe he's got just a little bit there. We'll just try and stick it out to the pit stop. Is that... That looks like it could be Nathan Allen. No. Oh, okay. Ray Oliver. No, who's Matty Gerard coming up on the back of? Is it Matty Keane? It is too. It's Matty Keane. There we go. Oh, Matty on the brakes mid-corner. Oh, this is a really good series. If you guys are looking at trying to get into racing around other cars and gaining some racecraft, this is definitely one that I would say to maybe come and try. Jump in the TCR, jump in the 86. Come and have a go. This is definitely a fun little series. There's Andrew Proctor now climbing his way forward. He's chasing down Tyler Sheaf. Yeah, this is definitely a good little, I want to say entry-level league, but I don't want to say entry-level. But it's just that kind of league. It's that kind of racing where you can, you know the guys are going to be fair and they're going to be clean. And, you know, they're not going to take your doors off. They're going to try and stay clean as long as they can. Trucks at Brands Hatch. I'm not quite sure that will be a thing. That was those, you talk about those semi-trucks, aren't you, Tane? That's those, like the Max and stuff, yeah? I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. So Matty Gerard is in pit lane. Shuffleboard with Dylan. Look at the... Oh, look at this. Dougie Gowan, Dylan DeBono, and Glenn Wilkinson sitting right there. But yeah, if anybody who's keen to get in and have a bit of a race, I think this will be a good series. Jump in, have a go. It's definitely showing tonight. There is a good opportunity here to build a good bit of racecraft, have a bit of fun, get to know some of the boys. Oh no. Oh no. What's he done? I just saw this flash up. Oh. Oh. Give it off the wall. Oh. Oh. Oh, he got back going again, so that's alright. Not really a crash, he just rotated. See him now getting really, really racy. Who he's coming up on the back of? Oh, is that somebody? He's come back on the back end of Cameron. Cam's in the chat, mate. You should be in the chat. You should be racing, dude. Not in here talking to us. We just caught you, big slide. So Glenn's gone to pit lane. This could be fuel stop. We're on about a 22-minute mark, so we're on about that window. Yeah, looks like it's only fuel. He didn't take tyres, so he's pretty confident. And he stopped for 9 seconds. So transit time, 43 seconds. So 9 seconds worth of fuel he needed for the top up. So that is Glenn done and dusted. I would suggest he's done to the finish now with 17 minutes. Kind of worked through it. Dougie Gowan's here, just driving the absolute wheels off this Veloster. Dylan DeBono in chase. And then Tyler Sheaf back there getting past. Is that Matty Keane? I think it could be. It is Matty Keane. Ray Oliver now in the pits. What's Ray doing? Did Ray get some damage? I don't know. No, away he goes. He's struggling. Well, of course you're going to struggle if you're trying to type in chat, you silly bugger. Go out and race. So jump back on with Sam. We'll watch Nathan Allen's gone into pit lane as well. There's Nathan in the pit lane. Glenn's out and going again. So fastest lap so far is Glenn again with a 31.78. Is about 2/10 quicker. So we'll watch the front running boys and see when they come into pit lane. Looks like they may be very close to needing it. Are they going to run it right to the last drop if they can do it? And then come in. So we'll ride with them and see if they take their pit this time around. I think Nathan Allen might have a little bit more than just fuel needed. He's in there ready 50 seconds. Right, Dougie's going again. Dylan's going again, yeah. Well, the boys are going again. Tyler coming through now. Is he going to go and pit? Or is he going to go on again for another lap? Okay, he's going another lap. So, all right, boys are going. Our resident Jetta drivers, Ray Oliver and Kyle Ridley there. Just running in front of Tyler Sheep, so Tyler's about to catch up to them. And these boys are definitely putting in some quick laps, so the fastest between these two boys is Ray Oliver with a 38.96. And I think Sam has gone to pit lane. Yep, Sam's in for a pit stop. We just watch Sam, see what he gets done. He's in. 3, 4, 5. He's got 10 seconds of fuel and he is away, so he will be 40, about 46 seconds stop as well, so not bad, not bad. We'll jump back to Cameron Hardwick here with Andrew Proctor. So Andrew's there in the back of the TCR paddock right now. There's Andrew. Not bad for a bloke who said he wasn't quite up to tune with the car just yet. Oh, he's just putting a couple of wheels on the garage. I don't want to do that too much. Not around here. Back to our leaders. Are they going to take competition caution? Not a chance, mate. You're going to need someone to crash, I think. Oh, I see Dylan swerving. Maybe just on his fuel limit. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Is this pit stop time? Dylan, yeah, they're both in. Oh! They are both in the pit lane, so let's see. Where is Glenn? And Tyler hasn't come in yet either, so Glenn is coming around. Let's jump on the nose camera Glenn and we'll see where those other boys are exiting and whether he can get there. Doug is taking on his fuel right now. Dylan's also just started fuel. Doug Gowans is about to leave. Dylan DeBono still taking fuel. He's now leaving as well. But Dougie just there. There's the leader and he takes the dive across. He's going to shut down the inside line. So Glenn's made one spot on Dylan DeBono. Tyler Sheaf is now in the pit lane as well. So Dylan DeBono now back around Kyle Ridley and Ray Oliver. So we'll have to check Andrew Proctor here coming around. Is he coming into pit lane? No, he's going again. Interesting. Interesting to see. He's now pushing 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes in this race. I'll see if Glenn can make this move on Dougie Gowans. We know Glenn's not going to give it up easy. He's got the fastest lap. But we all know Dougie Gowans can definitely run this car very, very wide. Matty Gerard apparently had a big one, did he? Let's have a look. I think it might be this one here. Oh, wow. Oh, whew. Holy molies. That was huge. Wow. Matty Gerard with a massive crash there. So for some of you who haven't seen Dougie Gowans race before, he'll make that TCR very, very wide. He drove that last season and won the championship with it, and yeah, he's definitely not shy about making that car very wide. So, been an interesting battle here between Glenn and Dougie Gowans to see what they can do. Tyler is just coming through the front stretch. Dylan DeBono is up at the end of the second straight, so he's chasing down Glenn and Dougie Gowans, who are at the end of the other straight from him. So nice little window there. There's Sam on screen going one more time. Actually, Andrew's already pitted, so he's good to go. He pitted back on lap 12, apparently. So we missed that. He snuck in and snuck out, I think. Matty Gerard now in pit lane with a lot of damage on his car. So I think that might be the end for Matty, sadly. Glenn's still chasing Dougie Gowans here. So we'll see if anyone jumps in the green room. If they do, we'll bring them in for a chat. But if not, we'll just keep on going. We've got just under 8 minutes left in the race, so we'll see if... do I need tyres? I don't know, mate, you're driving. Where is Dylan? Dylan is back there. So he is about 6 seconds off the race lead right now. I have to see if he can make up any time at all to get back to those front two boys. We've got Braden Segastra in the green room. Let's bring in Mr. Braden Segastra. Good evening, Braden. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Not too bad, mate. You're not racing tonight?
No, just had a few things on, and yeah, just thought I would come in and support my teammate Glenn.
Yeah, right. I thought we were seeing you out here, mate, honestly.
Not my kind of thing, really. I love the trucks and the... I might be doing the Formula Fords, but the production cars is the something I'll probably miss.
I think Glenn could use some MX help out there, mate. There's 4 velocity cars all around him, and he's stuck out there by himself.
He's doing quite well, I'll give him that. He's doing absolutely fantastic.
He's racing well, man, and look, you know, it's been pretty good racing all night between him and the Velocity boys, so...
Oh, absolutely, he's... I didn't see what happened in the first race, but he said he didn't do too well in the first race.
A little bit coming together, I think, into one of the braking zones, and they just got loose, and I went about it, but there was nothing put in the channel for review, so I don't think too much of it will come, but we'll have to see at the end of the night and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. He said he said he's gonna have a look at it. No point causing drama over something you haven't seen.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, we didn't pick up too much. We just saw that there was a bump and a spin and then a rotation around the corner. So
yeah, he said he's gonna have a look at it, and then if there's something to put forward to race control, then he will. If not, he'll just let it slide. He's a pretty cool dude. He's not the guy to get too angry.
Yeah, no, we've seen that with Glenn in other places, mate. He's definitely a chill kind of customer, which is pretty cool to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
it's been pretty good racing so far.
You're here.
Yes.
We've had a thing in the chat there from Tane O'Leary. In future, it'd be good to hear stories about drivers, e.g. what got them into racing, favourite car, favourite track, favourite driver. Well, my friend, you are here in the com box, so here's your opportunity. We'll throw these questions at you. What got you into racing?
The original Toka series.
Oh, Toka touring cars, right?
Yeah, Toka touring cars and the supercar games.
All right. Right, yeah,
those were my first series. I'm still a bit young. I'm only 21, so I'm not an OG like some of these other guys.
All right. Well, then we'll couple the next question. We'll take the next two and we'll put them in together. Favorite car, favorite track.
On iRacing?
Favorite car, favorite track. What's your favorite car? What's your favorite track?
God,
it can be iRacing. It can be. It can be anywhere. It can be real world if you've got one. See, the pressure's on him, chat. See? Throw him in the com box and put the pressure straight back on the young fella. He can't keep up.
I absolutely adore... what is it? The open wheel series. So I love the open wheel series. I usually go for the Formula 3.
Oh yeah, the F3, yeah, norms.
F3 and 4. And you can't go wrong with stand down. It might sound a bit biased, but I seem to shine around that track, and it's a great little track. Very,
That's actually quite surprising. I've got to give you that. You surprised me there because I honestly thought you were going to come out with Phillip Island. I was going to say the F3s and Phillip Island.
No. I do not like Phillip Island. I can't get around that track for the life of me. Let's turn it back around. What's your favourite car and track?
I mean, look, there's a lot of good combinations through a lot of the racing stuff. But
Yep.
for me, I personally think, any of the open wheel cars and
Yep,
Phillip
absolutely.
Island, there's just something about going into turn one, just knowing that you've got to keep the foot in it and just having the guts to just turn the wheel and hope that you're going to come out the other side. There's just something about that feeling, it's not like a Bathurst feeling, that's a whole different feeling. It's not
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's not an Indy feeling, Indy's, it's flat out, you're just flat to the floor, you're just turning left. There's something about coming out of the last corner at Phillip Island, know you're going to be flat out going into turn one with just all that courage, mate. It's just, there's something about it for me. It just keeps me, keeps the heart on edge, mate, I think.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, but you're just hoping that the rear sticks with you and you just don't absolutely fall off it. I've done that way too many times to count.
There is nothing worse than going into that turn one at Phillip Island and going, I feel really good for a second. And then the next second is, uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
You can start to feel the rear go, and as soon as you start to feel the rear go, you're like, oh, no.
There's no catching it. Yeah. I know.
I do love the supercar as well. I adore that car. And if you can master that car, in my opinion, you could probably master almost any other car, because that is the trickiest car to handle.
Oh, I have to agree with that. The supercar is definitely hard to get a grip on. Although, in my defence for Phillip Island, I do have to agree with you. It hasn't been my... It's not completely my anti-nemesis, because I know Pete Baxter at Race Control will throw me under the bus here if I don't do it myself. Driving the safety car for another league, and iRacing froze when I was heading into turn 2, and I felt it in the wheel. I was like, oh, it's nice and smooth. It's smooth. But uh-oh, I know that's the curbing. And then you're going to start to feel it plug in the sand, and you're trying to turn the wheel, and then iRacing comes back on, and you quickly get the car rotated and get out of the sand again. You're like, I didn't do that. I didn't crash. So, yeah, as we tick off about 30 seconds left in this race, favourite driver? Have you got a favourite driver?
Yes, I
Can't say yourself.
I wish I could say that. I gotta say, from real life standards, it has to be. I've got a couple. I've got Garth Tander. I supported him through the early 2000s and loved him when he got the 2007 championship. And then, and in worldwide, I'd probably say Daniel Ricciardo, because Australian. Can't go wrong with that.
Patriot, love it. It's actually funny because I'd go Mark Webber and probably Craig Lowndes, so we're not far off the money there.
Yeah.
As we see, Glenn now currently sitting right there on the back. He hasn't really made much headway on Dougie Gowans, unfortunately, but this is the last lap, mate. Glenn
I can't actually see the stream. Are you? You're not streaming on Discord, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Kick.
So here he goes. No, he's not going to make the move. Can he get the run, though? Oh, they're zigzagging. Oh. The boy's putting on his show. Dougie Gowans gets the win from Glenn Wilkinson, which is going to bring Dylan de Bono home in third spot. That was actually kind of interesting at the end of the race there. That was not too bad, to be honest. But, yeah, mate, look, your man brings home P2.
Absolutely, yeah, he's going to be happy with that.
Where he stacks up tonight, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll get a bit of a word in from race control, no doubt, or the race director, I should say, because we don't actually have live race control.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, which is really good because it puts the onus back to you guys as drivers. So, we'll have to see where people stack up there. But yeah, mate. Well, I'm going to say thanks for popping in.
No problem, mate.
And
it's been fun.
Feel free to come back in at any point. And if you are racing Friday night, we'll wish you luck as well, mate, because 3 20-minute races Friday night on those Formula 4s.
Oh, that should be fun.
That should be a lot of fun. So,
Thank you for having me.
No worries, Braden. Have a good one, buddy.
See ya.
All right. We'll bring Andrew Proctor in. Wolf, what's going on, mate?
Not much. I was just enjoying that fight between the two frog leg boys in the Jettas.
Oh yeah, they were putting it on, man. They were close pretty much all race. I mean, the best time between them was only separated by 0.04 of a second.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it, but no, how was it? How was that second race, mate?
That was actually a lot better. I feel terrible because I got involved with the boss first lap. And I ended both our races there. I lost the rear on cold tyres, trying to leave him space, and
Oh dear.
I'll wear that one.
That'll be an interesting conversation in your team chat later. Oh, who was that? Ridley. Kyle Ridley's. He's just gone into the grass in front of you there, mate.
Someone was parked.
That was Dylan Dueno, I think. So yeah, second race a bit better.
Yeah, a bit better. I ended up getting it all 32 actually.
You did too. You got 32.8. Yeah.
So it took me still 6 minutes to go.
Hey, you got there, mate. Nonetheless, you actually got there. So
yeah, laps, mate. That's all it is laps. The more you get,
exactly right.
The smoother and the nicer it is.
Yeah, exactly. So are these boys still race in front of you, or are they just mucking around?
Yeah.
No, they're just they simultaneous crash on stream as well. Thank you, boys.
I'm pretty sure they're still racing in there. I do know that Ray Oliver took out the team's fastest lap here.
Oh, truth. Well, we might have to drag Pete Baxter in here just briefly if he's around. Pete, if you're around, can you jump on down into the comp box, please?
That was actually interesting. That was funny, those two.
That was fantastic.
Great blokes to watch.
Glenn's gone to the podium. He's gone to the grid.
Doug's in the green room.
Dougie's in the green room. Pete Baxter's down in the steward's room. We need to get Pete Baxter up here. Pete Baxter, please jump into the com box for a brief minute.
Tell him I can't type in the review.
What do you mean? You should be able to.
Nah, it says I don't have permission.
Member, view, and just give me 2 seconds, mate. There you go. You can type now. Yeah, I've just quickly given you history. Okay, there you go. You should be able to type in there now.
Yeah, I can now. I think it's lap 7.
So,
all right. Turn 7.
Well, we might throw you out there, mate, and we might bring in these other boys, unless you want to hang around and stay in, or if you can.
I'll jump into the Stuart shit. I don't mind.
Okay. Well, I'll drop you down there then.
Yeah, see you, bro.
All right, so let's get Mr. Gowans in here. Bring in Mr. Dougie Gowans, mate. Congratulations.
Hello,
Hello, mate.
Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm buggered after that.
How was that overall, mate? Like with the other cars and the Jettas and the 86s, how was that?
Hey, look, I seriously enjoyed that. I don't mind the multi-class at all. It puts a bit of what's going to happen here into perspective, I suppose. You know, it was really fun, and what a race with Glenn. Oh my God, I'm buggered after that.
Yeah, we saw you just come out there at the end of your pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just behind you, and we thought, oh, this could be interesting. Yes. And we know you're a bit of a master at making this TCR carve just very wide. So it was interesting.
I don't know about that.
It was very interesting.
I'm usually quite gracious if someone wants to pass me.
Yeah, well, I mean, yous were there. Yous were battling hard. There was only point nothing in your fastest laps. Like you had a 31.9, he had a 31.78.
Yes.
So there was nothing in it. So it's
no, look, we were going hard. You know, I was going as hard as I could. There's no line about that. It was a great race.
And the other thing too, I noticed tonight was really clean. The standards were really, really high. Like, even though there was multi-class and you had some Jettas and you had the 86s in there as well, the standard was really high.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know personally too much in regards to any incidents that happened. I'll have to watch the race back and see. But yeah, I mean, from all reports, everyone had a great race.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a spectacle. And the first 20 minutes, that was a bit of an eye-opener, I guess, because those Jettas got the jump. They did it again, mate. The standing start, the way they went.
Yes, I know. There was one section there coming up to the slow, like I suppose you call a little corkscrew section, and there was like 3 Jettas in front of me, Dylan, Tyler, and I think Andrew, and I backed out of that. I said no way am I trying to do that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if we're actually going to get used to that at all this season, but holy moly, those things off the start are just lightning fast.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it, for such a car like that?
It is something special, but mate, all I can say, congratulations tonight. You kicked off the round 1 in style by certainly giving the boys something to chase now. And I've got to say, it's a little bit of a stacked velocity field, mate.
Oh, look, I mean, it might be quite a few velocity drivers in here, but there is absolutely no team orders. Dylan and I, we were racing as hard as we could. No giving way to each other. If he wanted to try and overtake me, I was going to make it as hard as possible. It was just full on. And considering we all only just brought the track either today or yesterday, it was pretty good racing.
So no practice.
No, that's right. And I've actually only just gone from right foot braking over to the left foot, so I'm still not used to left foot braking yet. So that's going to take a little while.
I was going to say, how's that transition going? Because we were doing this like a week and a bit ago. We did one of these test races, and you're saying it. How's that actually panning out for you?
Oh, look, it's going to be a slow process. I don't expect to be, up to scratch with it until the end of the season. The muscle memory's not there. The feel's not there. I don't feel comfortable. Sometimes I'm locking the brakes because I'm putting too much pressure on, or I'm not putting enough on. So yeah, it's just going to take some time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to mastering that one and try to be a little bit faster.
Excellent. Well, mate, who's making it possible for you boys to be here and competing on the nightlies?
Oh, yeah, Steve from Velocity, as always. He runs our liveries, helps us with our setups and whatnot. And the boys for jumping in and having a good run as well. I mean, we all had a good laugh during practice through the week. Like at other tracks. But tonight was just, it was interesting.
And when do we expect your man Tyler to have a livery?
I don't know. He was supposed to have one today, but I think Steve's his Adobe stopped working for some reason, so he couldn't finish off the livery.
Oh no! Oh, that happens.
Yes. So that'll get sorted, and apparently we're getting new liveries as well.
Anyway, on to Friday, Formula Ford.
Yep.
Are you in for that?
I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet. I'm still tossing that coin. Just waiting to see which side it lands on.
Well, hopefully we'll see you Friday night, my man, because I think you'd be wasting that livery you shared with us getting in there. But Ray's younger cousin? That's what it looks like. That's exactly right. But,
for sure.
But anyway, mate, we'll let you go. But thank you again, and congratulations. And hopefully we'll see you Friday night. If not, we'll see you back here next week.
Sure will. Thanks very much, guys.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's get these two boys in here, because you can't chat with one without chatting to the other, because they're stuck like glue to each other all night, and they're fast in those Jettas. Kyle Ridley, Ray Oliver, boys, how was it out there?
I'm sick of his break from him. I'm sick of his diesel fumes.
We saw you racing all the way up until pit lane as well, right at the end of the race.
We got to have a bit of fun every now and then. You know what we're like.
Yeah, exactly right. Overall, how did you find it?
It was good. Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, Ray had lots of fun. The comsec is pretty good. We just need a couple more numbers, and we will certainly be good. The TCRs were pretty good, actually. I had one incident with Sheafy. He made a move, and I expected him to go a little bit quicker through the corner, but I just tagged him and spun him. That was my 1x for the race. But other than that, it was pretty good. I just couldn't get away from this other Jetta.
The other Jetta being your teammate.
Not for the first few laps of the race, he's a teammate, but for the last 5-10 laps, he's just another driver.
For once in my life, I actually got 15 minutes apiece because Kyle actually shut up and tried to drive. It was even better.
So for our chat, if you're not sure, Ray Oliver, Kyle Ridley have been racing these cars for a long period of time. So the banter is very thick amongst the Frog Elite boys, but no, it was good to watch. Actually, it was a good spectacle. Like keeping some of the 86s and even the TCRs just a little bit at bay. So it was kind of interesting. And that start, I mean, that standing start race one, holy mollies! You boys get off the line so quick.
I'll have a few more of those, please. That's going to be a fun feature for the season.
Absolutely.
We were hoping to at least get one TCR by turn one, but it didn't happen. But we were trying.
Hey, the TCR seemed to get off the line better tonight. I don't know what happened. I think they must have gone away and tuned up over the week that we weren't racing and come back with a nice little return of serve tonight. But it was good to see you boys out there and dishing it up in the first race. And that second race was 3 wide, 4 wide at one stage there, going down into that little corkscrew section.
Yeah, it got a little bit hairy. We were trying to do the old Monaco move that we were discussing in Discord, but it was just one of those things that you got to be committed with these things, and if you're committed, you can get there. I mean, the pace that we actually had tonight between Cole and I was ludicrous, to be truthful. There's a few little records that fell tonight, but it's good to be able to have a good endurance event as well. With that 40 minutes, just makes it so much better, especially with the Jetta. Yeah,
right. We did see that tonight, and again, we saw a couple others in there. So we had Matty Keane in the Jetta as well. Nathan Allen jumped in the Jetta. So again, not a bad field for the Jettas, but overall, it seems like a positive night.
Absolutely.
That it was. We just need a few more people to come out and join. I mean, we know there's a few Jetta files out there. It's just come out and have some fun, boys.
Absolutely. So, who wants to give the team shout-outs?
That can be Kyle. He got the second race.
Lovely.
Take it away, Kyle.
Don't want to thank my teammate Ray, firstly.
Oh. Ow.
Well, it's about time you became a tow truck, because I towed you around many a time.
This is true. I want to thank Juiced Energy, Toyo Sim, the Pet Door Company. I can't remember the other one, but I'm sure Team Boss will tell me about it once I've finished. But of course, I want to thank all the team members and all the sponsors.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And of course, Checker Flag Racing for hosting.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. I'm sure Ray will fill in any there if you've missed him. Go ahead, Ray, if he's missed anyone.
I think he pretty much hit the nail on the head with all those, to be honest. I'm still trying to struggle with these diesel fumes. I think he's gassed me to death.
Well, you've got a week to get over it, but I've got to ask, are you boys ready for Friday night? Are you racing Friday night?
The canoes are prepped and ready.
Canoes are prepped and ready.
We will be in it. Whether we finish with 4 wheels will be another question.
So, you've got plenty of practice now because it was here. So, we're racing here on Friday night. So
that's a big help.
You've already got the experience. What do you expect from Friday night with the 3 20-minute races? Going to be brutal?
Last few turns is going to be suicide when you're trying to downshift and turn at the same time. Let's just leave it at that. I reckon the first half of the lap's going to be pretty okay, and turn one's going to be a bit awkward, but it's going to be the last half, especially when you're going over the tunnel. That's going to be absolutely killer. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on that front.
Yeah, there'll be a few lawnmowers out there, but should be a good night.
I was going to say, is Nathan entered?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out if he's got the livery on. Well, thank you, boys, for jumping on in. Congratulations with those results tonight. Not quite sure where you stacked up with those. I'm pretty sure you'll get there. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to comment because I have no idea.
All we know is we're ahead of Keeney, so that's all that matters. He's trying hard there, but yeah, he'll get there. He'll grow up one day.
He'll get there. We'll get him there next week or the week after or next season or somewhere down the road. He'll get there. But thanks, boys. Congratulations on those positions tonight, and we'll hopefully see you guys Friday night.
See you then.
See you, boys.
Yeah, see you then.
All right, that was Kyle Ridley and Ray Oliver from Frog Elite Juiced Racing All right, folks, we are going to bounce over into the steward's room and we're going to get this review underway. So stick with us as we bounce in here. Sorry, boys.
All right. G'day, Rob. How are we going? We good to go?
Just bringing up the... just bringing up the window. It's underway. Okay, we do have the review process started, so when you boys are ready.
Is
All
this
right.
a room?
Thanks for joining us, Ray Oliver. All right, ladies and gentlemen and drivers. Welcome to the first race review for CFR's 10 Top Series. The way this works is all drivers have had a 10-minute period to have a look at any incidents and raise them in the review request channel. Any drivers who accept responsibility for incident have had already the ability to accept that responsibility, and they have received their penalty and a 50% reduction of points. There are 2 remaining incidents to review for us tonight. If an incident is not reported, something's happened through the race, then we're not going to look at it. This is a time-saving measure. So that we have 2 incidents and we have the safety car restart just to check and make sure that people have complied with the 3 car length requirement and there's no false starts. We'll do that each race. So they're the 3 things that we'll look at. Once we'll do that, we'll just let Rob close off the broadcast. If anybody else wants to hang around and look at something that wasn't reported or an incident they may have involved in, I'm happy to use that as a bit of advice providing. So has anybody got any questions before we get going?
0.015 seconds.
All good.
All righty, Sam, you've got a hot mic at the moment, so can I just ask you to hit mute unless you're going to jump in? So the first incident we have tonight is car 65, race 2, lap 4 at the hairpin. Matty's got it up on his screen, so if everybody would like to have a look at that. Matty, if you'd like to play that through from the perspective of both cars involved a couple of times, and then I will ask a couple of drivers that were not involved in the incident. So that's the key here. If you are involved in the incident, you don't get a say. It's drivers not involved in the incident for their view. What we are looking for is whether one driver is predominantly at fault or not. And I will manage that argument if there is an argument or a difference of opinion. And if we can't get to a democratic balance of view, then as the chair, I will retain the right to make a decision. So, Matty, if you can play it through for us a couple of times. Alrighty, so would anybody else like to see any other angles of the incident?
No, I think that's pretty clear enough, personally.
Okay, somebody not involved, who would like to start and make a go at...
I can if you would like me to.
Go for it, Ray.
So Nathan is on the right-hand side and he's trying to hold his line going into that turn. The car on the left does come across, leaves pretty much a car's width, which we can all agree is there.
Mm-hmm.
But in doing so, Nathan's tried to make room and has just touched the grass. So to me, it's a racing incident that shouldn't have happened, but it did happen due to circumstance. It wasn't intentional from either party. The 86 driver, whoever that is, is coming across, but hasn't just taken up the full lane. There's still room there, but I can understand that also Nathan has tried to make sure that the hitbox is not touched with a bad netcode violation.
Alrighty, do we have anybody that objects to that?
Objects to which call?
Basically, racing incident.
Racing incident.
That's, I mean, it just happens. It was racing room, but, you know, tire on the grass. It's not intentional. He hasn't dived to the grass to make it happen. It's just, yeah, it looks like it's just
I see it as a overly cautious, but it is a racing incident. We all know that the TCR is way better under brakes and cornering and acceleration to the Jetta. So I don't think he needed to take up that much space.
It's 86. Not a TCR.
I'm talking about car 065.
That's an 86, yeah.
Yeah, it's an 86.
Oh, it's an 86. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Cam in the 86.
I'm sorry. I'm on the Discord mobile, so things are a little bit smaller here.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah, so the 86 had the apex and didn't need to go much further to the right. And it is a racing incident in my eyes.
Yeah. I agree.
A lesson to take out of that is that the 86 could have stayed a little bit more to the left, but yeah, racing incident.
Roger, I've got 4 as a racing incident. No objections at this stage, so we're going to call that a racing incident. No further action.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
feelings,
you.
mate. No feelings.
No, remember, the primary aim is this is all involved. I can tell you later what I would have called that, but yeah, this is the way we're doing it. Righto. The next incident we've got is car number 8, race 2, lap 16, turn 11.
That's the hit. No, where's...
We'll take a whole of 2 seconds to decide.
Oh.
I'm glad I don't have to make a call on that one.
Can I have a shot at this one?
Hang on, just
Tyler.
can you just play it through a couple of times from different angles, please?
Yes, please. One more time. From this view, yeah.
Can I get a cockpit view from Kyle, please? I don't think old mate ever knew he was there.
If I'm being honest, it looks like just a judgment. Like he's either seen him in the mirror and thought he was already gone, or he hasn't seen him at all. Just looks like a judgment.
Am I allowed to say anything?
No,
No,
because you're
Kyle,
part of
you're
the
out.
team.
Can I say something as a Jetta driver? And this goes to another incident that hasn't been recorded of something that happened a lap after this.
Can we do that after? Can I just put my input?
Yep.
I honestly think it's racing. That TCR, if you go to Tyler in TCR, and he should have been in that car. He should have been able to make it. I think he just didn't have the confidence enough to do it and thought he was up far enough.
So my initial take with that, Wolf, is if you also look at where the car position is, he wouldn't even have been in the mirror anyway.
Yeah, like
The
he wouldn't have known.
he
Kyle
wouldn't have known it was there.
And I reckon, honestly, the TCR could have taken that a lot quicker. That's why I reckon it's just a race. It's not really anyone's fault. Kyle's turned in not knowing he's there. Tyler's sort of committed than not committed. If you know what I mean.
Kind of thought he was going to make it, then thought he didn't, then thought he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then got on it harder to pull the car up because he just scared himself a little bit. I think that's just more of an inexperience. Commitment, no commitment.
It's
incident.
positioning.
Yeah.
And that's all it comes down to. And there was a few like that in close calls tonight. That was just positioning, getting used to multi-car class, and also getting used to the cars having a different ability.
Yeah. So I can honestly just a racing, more of a commitment, learning issue. But yeah, Dill.
My
All right.
that one?
Yep, Dill. Yep, Dill.
If we just go back a bit further on Tyler. So obviously the guy in the Jetta has their relative open and their mirrors on. Obviously sees Tyler coming up the inside. Can we all agree if obviously Kyle would see Tyler coming up the inside?
Yep.
And obviously Kyle is a lot further in front than anyone. Should some responsibility not come back on the slower driver, just to lift off a little bit, and you're not going to, it's not full position, just a little bit of responsibility there.
There's a bit of a problem with the way the Jetta reacts on lift off and turning.
Also, at the end of the day, in all multi-class racing, the onus is on the faster car.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Now, I'll weigh in with my opinion here. I'd call it a racing incident in the end, but Tyler being so shallow, this is just a learning thing, Tyler. Being so shallow, you're not going to be able to take any pace through that corner. And regardless of spotter or anything, unless there's like an actual person spotting, Kyle's not going to be called with where Tyler is. He's too far for crew chief to call that. He just doesn't. Even the in-game doesn't. And Kyle's not going to know that he's not actually making that corner with any pace. By the time, I don't know if he's on triples or whatever, but single screen. Always look at it as a single screen. Kyle, by the time he gets here, he's already committing to the turn in, and he's not knowing that Tyler's taking that much speed off his own car.
That's what I'll say before. It's more awareness.
I will certainly second that. I think Tyler's been too overly cautious by being so far left, which is limiting his apex, which means he's got to slow down quite a lot. Racing incident, Tyler, you should have probably been a bit more to the right, mate, to open up that corner so you'd be able to carry some more speed through.
Can you just rewind it just back and go onto Kyle's view? So there, yeah, and then go on to where Kyle is. See how you've got that grey dividing line, which is the 3 different layers of tarmac when it was laid?
Yep.
That's Tyler. You should have sort of been dead centre in there. That's where you should have been before you came in. Because then Kyle would have known you were there, but you would have carried the corner speed, so you wouldn't have had the overlap issue, if that makes sense. So you should have been able to get through without cutting as much speed off as you've done. And Kyle would have had a better chance to be able to tuck in behind.
Can we kind of just get through the review rather than actually coaching at this point?
No, sorry.
That's all right. We can do this after the review.
All right, gents, I was actually quite fine with that discussion. I've got a count of 4 people here to say that that's a racing incident. So on the balance of the input, we're ruling that as a racing incident. I just want to go over the rules for everybody, just so they're aware. Matt is right. There is an expectation that the faster class driver is responsible for a safe pass. In this particular case, I would have considered that the pass was done and there was a point where the slower class driver would have had to lift and tuck in. So normally where we hold the faster class driver responsible is where it's a very late dive into a corner and that sort of thing. I don't see this as a late dive into a corner, and I think the advice provided to the faster class driver here is quite accurate and appropriate. So we're going to rule that as a racing incident. And that is the race review for this race close. No further penalties other than Wolf's self-expected one.
Were we looking at the safety car? Or?
Yes.
Oh, true. Yeah, need to go to the safety car restart.
I was going to say, did the safety car go off the road, did it?
No, just checking the restarts.
I heard about streaming and stuff. Someone say it was on Kick and YouTube?
Yeah.
Yep.
May someone provide a link to the YouTube later?
They're all in the sponsor area, mate.
It's in the
In our
up
sponsor,
top
in our socials, sorry.
area.
In our socials
Yeah.
area.
very top where it says welcome. It's in our socials.
Sorry.
No, you're
That's
right.
all right.
Pete, tell me where you want me and where you want me to go through.
Alrighty, so we need a sideways, so blimp or chopper view of the field. We are looking for, in the main, for the first 75% of the field, 3 car lengths between the cars. So you're looking for large gaps,
Just cycle between
and
the cars.
you're
mate.
looking for anybody jump starts. So because the restart is on the leader. So they're the 2 things we're looking for.
Where do you want me to take it from? Which corner?
Go up to about when the leader's just about to start.
Which is just on that apex. He's already gone at that point.
All right. Now, we do need to bear in mind that it is a tight corner. So, we'll have a look at that in consideration. Right. 3 car lengths is the rule, team. We need to be nice and close for these restarts. And we can see there's 2 big gaps there that I think we need to have a look at and discuss.
We need to be nice and close for these restarts. And we can see there's...
Sam, you've got an open mic, bud.
You got feedback, Sam.
Alrighty, so the 2
so
gaps I'm looking at are the car in 4th and the car in 8th.
Yep, that's
I'm not
me.
worried about the car at the back because it's only the first 75% of the field.
So it's Doug Gowans in 07 and Nathan Allen in car 83.
Okay, so the question is, let's do Doug's car first. So the car in 4th, is that within 3 car lengths, yes or no?
Just. Bear in mind, I did accelerate a little bit early just to keep up with the touring cars, as I've got 100 less horsepower. So I did open that gap a little bit.
So that's Jetta versus TCR. And I was making sure that I was giving him a bit more space because I knew he'd be slower out of that corner.
And also, you've got to look at a bit of the earlier backing up. I had a moment where I almost went up the back of Tyler going through the tunnel, and that would have then said the others go because the gaps had actually moved out, and I was trying to stay in that margin, and I almost went up the back of things. So then, that, of course, that has a flow-on effect because there was a bit of margin, and I did call it out with our crew through Discord to try and get an idea of where we were sitting because there were some points where it did get a little bit sloppy.
Alrighty, we'll just watch it through.
One question
I
for
don't think
confirmation.
that's a problem,
The
personally.
call for going into pits is the point in time when the leader can choose to go. Is that right?
When the safety car is called as in pits, the race is in the leader's hands and they can start any time from that period up until the start-finish line.
Any time from that period. Right. I think this is cool. I think this is not exceeding 3 car lengths.
No,
Okay,
I've got
so
no
Sam, you're
issues with
saying
the restart.
okay? Rob, you're saying okay?
Yeah, I've got no issues with it. One, it comes, I guess, to some degree, we've got to consider that, like, whether the drivers or not, like the TCR, they're following the Jetta. It's kind of also predicting that it's going to be a little bit slow. You don't want to be up the backside too far. But I think the motion, I think the still image is worse than actually watching it at speed. So watching it now, you kind of see that it backs up just there, and it becomes,
And then it's gone.
you know,
That's right.
I think the restart. The only one is that the second gap, I think, is where the issue might lie. But again, it's there on the corner as the leader's going, so it's kind of a.
It's also very easy with the Jetta that if you are in the wrong gear and you go to take off, you're going nowhere. they're in more ways than one. Sorry to be that scenario, but it's just, if you don't get the right gear change, you can easily lose car lengths pretty
Hey,
quickly.
can you just change the angle to come back a little bit more to the left? So we can see when the leader goes on that apex of that last corner, what's happening on this corner now.
All right, before you go, does anybody here have a mind that Doug should be penalised?
No.
Oh, I don't.
No.
Okay, can we move on to the second car?
I think he should be penalised for his good looks, but not for this.
I'm surprised he's not asking for pension discount.
Oh my God! Don't worry, I'm sitting here sucking up the Nurofen.
I will say, for the record, despite the fact that there are differences in speed that the cars restart, Doug, I would like to see you closer on that restart.
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask. Do you think I was being a bit overly cautious with the Jetta ahead?
Yes, as the league's race director, I do.
Yep, understood.
I think that second gap there is more just the process of just slowing into the corner while the leader's getting to the next corner and going.
To catch, he speeds to catch up, and then they start going, and then by the time he realises they're going, he doesn't really lose much more of that gap, and he actually gains a bit more.
And just one other comment on the Jetta, he's almost at flat. He's almost flat there, by the way.
I am. I absolutely am.
At 93k through here, you're very close to flat to the floor.
Yeah, I think that's just the accordion effect.
What we're looking at here is the Jetta versus the 86.
Yeah. And the 86 has massive corner speed. So we're fourth gear at the first right, and then we're fifth gear at the last corner, and that's all we can do. But we're there.
Yep. All right, gents. I'm going to ask the same question I asked. All I'm hearing is reasons why it's okay. Does anybody here think that car should be penalised?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, no penalties out of the restarts. No jump starts out of the restarts from that either, I don't think, matey.
No, I don't believe so.
Nope.
No,
All
no
right.
one really looked like there was a jump there.
I will declare this race review complete. Rob, thank you for jumping in and broadcasting. Once we're closed off, I will hang around for any other questions.
Sorry, Pete. I was just going to ask, this restart here, considering there was a Jetta in between me and Dylan, different classes, so I made sure I stayed behind him until we crossed the start-finish line. Was that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. You can't pass until the start-finish line.
Yep.
But you still need to keep that compression, right? Because because what happens is the concertina at the back of the field. So that's what we're doing is we're protecting the concertina at the back of the field and holding the people at the front of the field responsible for it.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate the time you take to get through these reviews. It's much appreciated, and we'll see you Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. Good races, fellas.
Next Friday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up this evening here with the thanks to Widecrest for bringing us the Season 1 races as we get through. Don't forget, Friday night, Formula Ford, 3 20-minute races. These are going to be fast, furious, and they are easily broken, but they are fun to drive. So if you haven't seen the Formula Fords yet, please tune in Friday night here on the same channel as YouTube. Thank you so much for hanging out. Mickey Locke, Tane, Sam Katakuzunas, thank you so much for tuning in. And on the kick side, we had Speed Demon, Buffer, and my lovely wife, Sainted Lady. Thank you guys for tuning in and giving us all the support that you guys do in that side of things. We will see you Friday night live and exclusively here with some Formula Fords. It's good night from myself and the management, and we'll see you soon.